Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Jason. Hope you're having a great day today. Today we'll be breaking down AMC's price movement. Also want to go over what Robinhood just did and settled out of court. Also want to cover how the suits right now are fake covering their shorts and how that's looking onto the numbers and try to fake some people out to think they've sold. That way they'll sell their positions. If you could, make sure to smack the like button down below. No, help this video helps out more people learn about AMC and stay up to date with what the hedge funds are doing. If you're not a sub, hit the sub button down below, hit that bell notification, and let's get right into it. If you don't know what we're using, I am using Webull. There's a link down in the description down below. Click on that link, sign up. You get 2 free stocks right now, worth of the $1,800 when you deposit $100 onto the platform, and you get these tier 2 NASDAQ views for 3 months, which show buys and sells coming out of the market in and out every second, and you get 5.5 hours of more trading in pre-market, and you get 4 hours after. As you can see today, we did finish up 25% over yesterday's closing, up 0.44%. Now, you got to take every green day as a positive, right? Just like we took yesterday's red day as a positive, even because we had such a good Monday. Today's green day, whether it be small or big, doesn't matter. It's a really good positive. You got to build off those positivities and continue staying positive. We finished at $56.68. Aftermarket right now, we are up another 16 cents to $56.84. We currently have about another hour and 15 minutes here in Nashville trading in 7 p.m. my time, and that's up another 0.28%. So overall, today was not a bad day. It was a good day, right? We had an intraday high of 58.18, and from there we did flush back down to 55.26. But again, from that 55.26 low right there, we came back up and finished at $56.68. So a great day overall, and good price movement. Again, guys, I do think that in AMC we're going to see a slow squeeze. And we've continued to see this movement. I think the next movement we have is going to create a new higher high, and then we're coming off that already, and we're coming off that newer high, and we're going to settle somewhere. Let's say we go to $100, and we settle back down into like 90, and 90 will be that new zone for a while, and then we might go up to $120, and then come back down to like 115 for a new resistance line there. I think eventually, once we do get a margin call coming in too, and we get these margin calls coming in, that's when I think we'll see the faster movement in the prices. Until then, I think we're going to see some FOMO buying and some pushes up, finding all new highs, right? And then coming down and finding some really good settlement room and where we settle out on that price, and then movement there for maybe 2 to 3 days, maybe a week and a half, whatever, and then back to new highs again. That's what I've always said about AMC. I thought this was going to be this way, and the battle continues because I don't think hedge funds are going to give in until they have to give in. They're going to continue to bleed out the money over and over and over again because right now, man, it's more than even money to them. Right now, it's about the ego, about us as dumb money, and they think they're smart money and they know more than we do, and they think we will give up before they do. But I got news for them is that, Ape Nation and the movement around AMC against the suits, continuing to try to bankrupt companies and make them go under, is massive, and we're not leaving. So bringing up the stock code tracker real quick, as you can see right now, we currently have 55,436 options that would end in the green. Going into Friday, $60 point, which is what, right now is our big resistance line. We need to break through and stay above that on the 2-hour chart lines. I think before we go to 65 or after that, I think we're going to see the next push to is 65. After we get to 60, I think the 60 to 65 mark is going to go really quick due to FOMO buying and other things that might push us right up to 70 fairly quickly after that. So at $60, we'd have another 46,623. Again, Friday, I am looking to us have another battle at 60.01. I think we can do it, though, guys, as long as we stay positive, continuing to spread the news of AMC. Like I said, man, sharing these videos, whether it's here or Reddit, Discord, wherever, those things help out. Let's more people learn about AMC. Get some stay up to date what's going on. And that way people aren't getting scared, man, and fearful in making them want to sell. Not saying everybody's wanting to do that, but there's always new people that are into AMC that haven't been as long as we have. Haven't been in this 6-7 months now like I have and others that have only been in this for, say, 2 months or 1 month, right? So they got a little bit weaker hands sometimes. So spreading the news out there, letting them know what's going on is a good thing. So at $60, we have another 46,623 options in the green. This would be massive, right? So it almost 110,000 options that would be in the green right there, which is great. Probably coming into Friday, probably about almost 120,000 options that would in the green. Be amazing there. Currently, there's 206,000 out of the money puts. Great news, man. I want to see that number continue to increase because there's a lot of puts at the $60 mark that I would like to see shot down, right? That would be nice. Now, the dark pool percentage yesterday is not up. I'm going to guess it's somewhere around 60%. Again, guys, these dark pool percentages are nuts. Most stocks, if you go look them up, maybe 10, 15% dark pool percentage, orders going to the dark pools. AMC's consistently between 55 and 65%. Massive numbers there. The short percentage right now is at 58.3%, guys. AMC is 58.3% short, we've always known this. Now, obviously, if you're looking at Ortex and others, remember, guys, those guys aren't getting the full picture. They're also just guesstimating on this regular numbers. They're not counting naked shorts. They're not counting other things like that, right? Synthetic shares and things like that. So just remember that those short percentages on there are a little bit wrong. But at the end of the day, you should just use this as a tool, not as a gospel, right? Or not as, not as concrete evidence proof. Now, we did have 3 big print orders come through today. So there was one 9 hours ago for 177,000 shares at 9:30 this morning for $56. That was for almost $10 million, though, which is crazy. Crazy high right there. There's another one come through at 131,000, almost 132,000 at a price point of $54.90. And that was at 9:38 this morning. And that was for $7.2 million. And then the last one, 9 hours this morning, again, was for 149, almost 150,000 shares at a price point of $55.11. And that was for $8.3 million. Now, these are going through dark pools, guys. So these are probably hedge funds and others buying through the dark pools. And you might see some of these shares dumped into the market pretty soon. So just remember that. They go through the dark pools and then dumping some of these onto the actual market, dropping the price and fighting against us, trying to get it to the $60 mark. So the biggest news story today, guys, was that Robinhood is going to be paying $70 million in a record settlement with FINRA. This is just the biggest one they've, actually got caught in. They got caught red-handed. The Financial Industry Regulatory Authority announced that it fined Robinhood $57 million in order for the online brokerage to pay approximately $12.6 million in restitution plus interest to thousands of customers for a total settlement of $70 million. Now, obviously, some people are going to be like, they should have got a bigger fine, right? Yeah, whatever. At the end of the day, man, at least they got in trouble and this thing actually went through, right? The sanctions represent the largest financial penalty ever ordered by FINRA and reflect the scope of seriousness of the violation. The authority wrote, noting significant harm to millions of customers who received false and misleading information from the firm, millions of customers affected by the firm's system outages in March 2020. This is when, guys, March 2020 is when I switched from Robinhood to Webull. So this is March of last year, right? Before the big market downturn. And if you guys remember when the market had that downturn, Robinhood, if you guys were on it, was down for 2 days. Literally the biggest frustration of my life. And that's the reason why I hopped out of Robinhood. Now, thankfully, I was using other accounts as well, so I didn't lose out on any money there. I did lose out on money. I could have sold, right? But I couldn't do that on my Robinhood account. But other ones I did get through, and then some of them I eventually averaged down. Now we're way up on, though, at least. So that's great. So I did end up transferring all of my stuff that I had on Robinhood over to Webull then. The thousands of customers the firm approved to trade options even when it was not appropriate for the customers to do so. And you guys remember last year when the story came out that kid, RIP him, man, did a very, very bad thing as he thought he lost lots of money. Right, I don't want to mention those words and things like that. One, it's triggering for some people, and two, YouTube's not going to like it either. But you guys can look up what happened there. Robinhood experienced several outages last year, starting in March, particularly on the high days of trading volume. To be clear, the settlement is not related to the so-called meme stock frenzy of early 2021, when at one point Robinhood temporarily restricted customers from buying shares of several companies, including GameStop, AMC, and others. You guys remember that? This is a notable step in the meteoric growth of Robinhood, the stock trading app that some argue helped popularize retail trading among novice investors. The company's introduction of free trades forced the brokers to respond with zero-cost trades to stay competitive. The swashbuckling attitude that changed the industry, however, was exactly what FINRA impurged. Following the rules, the agency argued, is paramount in the industry. Compliance with these rules is not optional and cannot be sacrificed for the sake of innovation or willingness to break things and fix them later, Jessica Hopper, Executive Vice President of the head of FINRA's Department of Enforcement, said in FINRA's press release. Though Robinhood accepted the settlement, it did not officially admit or deny the allegations. Now, obviously, you can go back and look at they don't have to admit or deny it happened. It was fact, right? It's fact. You've seen it. Robinhood says it has fixed most of the problems. Now, I honestly still find it hard to believe. We had this thing, obviously, just the first of this year. Robinhood has went through these scenarios before in years earlier. Like I said, I mean, obviously, I hope they fixed it. But I also fear for people that are still using Robinhood. I don't care what anybody says about that. The settlement will no doubt embolden Robinhood's critics, but it also represents catharsis of the company as it grows up and looks towards a long-rumored and anticipated IPO. So if you guys know, obviously, Robinhood does have an IPO coming up. That's one reason why they need to get this out of the way, right? That way their IPO could go through. Robinhood has heavily invested in improving platform stability, enhancing our educational resources, and building out our customer support and legal and compliance teams. Robinhood said in a statement to Yahoo Finance, "We are glad to put this matter behind us and look forward to continuing to focus on our customers, democratizing finance for all." The company says it is completely restructuring and enhancement of its legal compliance and anti-fraud function, strengthening of its supervisory structure and written supervisory procedures, including with respect to supervision of technology, expansion of customer support, including the respect to options and margin trading, redemption of certain customers' communications and data displays at issue of its AWC, and improved supervision of options trading, which a lot of people has definitely hated on them as well. And as you guys remember, Robinhood has been in a lot of news ever since then as well, especially this last January when they, RIP'd a lot of stocks and also hurt the movement that was going on. And again, I think they bailed out and helped bail out, right, some of these hedge funds that have continued to rule the market and try to bankrupt companies. And it's not something I agree with. It's good to see, Robinhood pay some price. Obviously, just like you guys, I wish they would have been a lot more money. But at the end of the day, at least something got done. And I'm hoping Robinhood can learn from this and Robinhood eventually can get around to not doing these things. Not for my sake, because I don't have any money in Robinhood anymore, but for you guys' sakes that are using Robinhood. As always, I do recommend it using Webull or somebody else. There's a link down in the description. You guys want to switch to Webull? Awesome platform. I love it. Been using it over a year and a half now. And there's other ones out there, right? So like my long-term stuff, I use M1 Finance and so on and so forth. There's a lot of places out there you can use, man. Sink or Swim, I used to use some as well. But hey, I do hope everybody the best when it comes to trading on Robinhood. I hope at least that they become a lot better platform and a lot more stable for people that are using it. If you guys could, make sure to smack the like button down below down this video. If you guys aren't a sub, make sure you guys hit the sub button. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, fam.